how to become a shaman? That's really a common question. So if you come in the modern rainforest, most of the time is in the family. Like shaman, from grandfather was shaman, parents were shaman, great parents were shaman, and that's it. But it's still a vocation. So it's not mandatory for someone who is born in a family of shaman to become a shaman. It must come from the person who wants to dedicate his life or her life to the medicine. Now, anyone can become a shaman, but it's a lifestyle, it's a commitment. It takes years of training. And it's not like you can go in a course somewhere, like how to become a shaman, and this in 1 month you have this. No, this doesn't exist. Like, it's about making some diets of master plants. So what are master plants? Master plants are plants who teach you. So the teacher is a plant. So you have a mentor, like a shaman will guide you during this, but at the end it's you and the plant. So it's about like making diets, long diet, and then you have the post diets, and I'm talking about months. And sometimes the post diet is longer than the diet itself. It means isolation, it means abstinence, it means a total commitment into it, like focusing and wanting to work with the light, wanting to help people. It's a commitment. So it's not something like I want to become a shaman. Like, oh, I've been to 2 retreats. I make like like 1 diet for 2 weeks. Oh, now I'm a shaman. No, it doesn't happen like this. It needs years and years of practice. Traditionally, it's not always the case now, but traditionally, like the shaman would go, the apprentice shaman would go in the wood with nothing but the plants he wants to diet. He will open a small space and he would stay like for 3 months, 6 months there, just like eating a bit of rice or like grilled fish, and just stay there in the wood for I guess 6 months. People would say like 1 year, and they smoke the mapacho and they meditate for the plant and all this stuff, and they do that several times. That's the way to become a shaman, and practice and making ceremonies, but not making sure that not drinking, but try to connect with the plants the spirit of the plant that you have dieted before, and try to find them, visit the world, try to get the teaching. So it's a very like strong focusing and strong commitment. It's a choice, a life choice. You cannot be like, I don't know, like a mechanic during the day and shaman by night. I mean, it's something like it's a real commitment. As I said before, the shaman does the job. So if you don't have the right person, if you just have someone just like play like YouTube playlist that they find on YouTube, a place that they find on YouTube like this, and say like, okay, now heal my friend, take this drink, and without even knowing where the drink comes from. I mean, when someone do ayahuasca, I don't know, somewhere in the world, I mean, like, how do you know it's originally ayahuasca, especially when it's actually illegal to import most of the time. But an ayahuasca brew is supposed to be prepared in a traditional way. I mean, at least in the same country, and with vine, which is like fresh leaf, with someone who has proper intention to do it, and it's really important. So once I'm talking about the traditional way, so I know like many people are doing in different countries a different way, with 1 or 2 shamans for hundreds of people, which for the tradition makes absolutely nonsense at all. But I'm just talking about the traditional way now. So that's the way a real shaman is. So if you want to have a ceremony with someone, just try to contact the shaman, try to ask how many diets he did, how he trained, how is the ceremony, how many people you have his ceremony, like, and how he works. So that this thing Icaros actually, and doing the ceremony, and all this kind of question, if you want to make sure it's a proper shaman. But it's very hard. I really recommend to work on a recommendation for that, like to find people who was in the place that you're interested to go, and say like, how was it exactly, how it happened. That's so like to be a shaman is patience, humility, commitment, and a lot of loneliness as well. And it's a real lifestyle. It's a choice. It's a real choice. Or just don't hesitate to ask any questions in the comments, or join me on WhatsApp, and I do my best to answer your questions. And here, Thank you very much for watching, and I hope maybe one day to meet you here in the rainforest. Have a good day.